I'm a natural born leader. Just by looking in a man's eyes and say, look, I'm not telling you something for my benefit. I'm telling you something for the benefit of us. I said, now I need every man to believe that in their hearts.
We got to communicate and think clearly. Everybody got to know that there's somebody beside you that's depending on you. Right, it's up to us to go out and win this game.
And I don't care what goes on in this season, don't you ever turn your back on one another.
Follow my leader, come on.
Ever.
We got each other. Yes, we don't need nobody else.
If I got your back, you got my back. If I go to war, we go to war together. We're trying to be the greatest of all time, bottom line. And if that's what they put before us, let's go get it. Now, even people that don't like me got to watch me.
Somebody said you have to hate losing more than you love winning.
When you lose and you feel like you've done every single thing that you could have did to, succeed in this game or this particular play, and it doesn't happen, it affects me this amount. And then you look at somebody else, you look across the room or you look across the bench and you see somebody else and they messed up and it's like, oh man, we get it the next play. Are you serious? How many times is it going to be, man, we get it next time, we get it next time. Next time, you're going to look up and it's going to be the last play of the game.
I hate losing. It's like, it is just painful. I can't sleep. I'm sick to my stomach. If I lose at a game of chess online, it's just like excruciating for me.
I never scrap up my helmet to go lose. Yeah? And honestly, it's a vision, man. It's a vision. And that's the thing. Get everybody seeing that same vision. And if you do, that's rough. That's rough beating men who see something.
I'm driven now. I'm hungrier than I've ever been before. Why? Because I tasted it now. I tasted it. Like this. And so I was like, yo, E, for real, you got to stop playing the blame game. At some point, you have to take personal responsibility. And it clicked. Like, yo, you got yourself here. Like, regardless of everything else, you played a role in getting yourself here. Now, you got to get yourself out. And I just remember, man, saying like, yo, E, you homeless now, but this ain't the rest of your life, man. This might be the story today, but this ain't how my life is going to end. I remember thinking that to myself, like, we going to get out of here.
And so I want to read something, man. I found something, and I don't usually read stuff, but I found this from Vince Lombardi. And Vince Lombardi said, the harder you work, the harder it is to surrender. The harder you work, listen to me.
Winning is not a sometime thing, it's an all-the-time thing. You don't win once in a while, and you don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. You gotta play with your heart, with every ounce of fiber in your body. I've never known a man worth the salt who deep down in his heart didn't appreciate the grind, the discipline.
He who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
Every single time you get there, you better be so locked in on what coach is telling you to do. You heard my story about the guru. You ain't the guru. Last time I checked, none of y'all ain't the guru. You want to take your game to the next level, it ain't even about playing. You will read it, it ain't about playing. When you get good at what you do, you spend more time practicing than you do playing. You're not taking advantage of your opportunities. You partying, you smoking, you drinking. You listen to me very closely. I have guys come to me all the time, E.T., what you trying to say? Something wrong with smoking weed? When you become successful, you don't ask what's wrong with something. You ask what's right with it. how is what I'm doing right now going to help me to get to where I'm trying to get to? And I ain't, look, you want to drink, you grown. I ain't come here to tell you not to drink, but where I'm going, I need to be in my right mind 365 days out of the year.
Work for it. If you're willing to put in that sweat, that blood, and those tears, baby, I'm telling you, you can have what you want, be what you want, do what you want. Are you hearing me?
The separation of talent and skill is one of the greatest misunderstood concepts for people who are trying to excel, who have dreams, that want to do things. Talent you have naturally. Skill is only developed by hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. No matter how talented you are, your talent is going to fail you if you're not skilled.
Because it's not about where you come from. It's about heart. You come to a place where, being smart ain't enough. You got to have heart. The most important thing is to be able to sacrifice what you are for what you will become.
I've never really viewed myself as particularly talented. Where I excel is work ethic. While the other guy's sleeping, I'm working. While the other guy's eating, I'm working. I'm not afraid to die on a treadmill. You might have more talent than me, you might be smarter than me, but if we get on the treadmill, you're getting off first, or I'm gonna die. It's really that simple.
I dare you to fail. Succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. But if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, you wheezing, the only thing you're trying to do is get some air. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. If you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to give up sleep. I'll never forget when 50 Cent was doing his movie. 50 said that when he wasn't doing the movie, he was doing the soundtrack. And they said, when do you sleep, 50? He says, sleep is for those people who are broke. I don't sleep. Is temporary. It may last for a minute or an hour or a day or even a year, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever. You're not gonna die because you're feeling a little pain, but I'm exactly where I wanted to be because I realized I gotta commit my very being to this thing. I gotta breathe it, I gotta eat it, I gotta sleep it. And until you get there, you'll never be successful in life. But once you get there, I guarantee you, the world is yours. I'm not telling you you gotta win every game you play. I'm not telling you that, but I am saying create a culture where you're not comfortable with losing. I'm not saying you got to win every single game, but you shouldn't be comfortable with losing. You shouldn't be comfortable coming on the court and the other team saying, oh, that's right, stay. That W. Like, right? You shouldn't just let them feel like, this is going to be an easy win right here. We got this one. I watch some of you walk in here, I don't even know you, and I know you soft. I watch some of you walk in here, I can tell you just excited to be wearing a jersey. You calling people back at home, I play on the team. You contributed absolutely nothing to the squads. I'm willing to grind every day. I'm willing to get up Saturday at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm willing to get up on Sunday morning and drive to this university 4 hours when I just got flown first class to Vegas and stayed in a hotel for $2,500. I'm willing to stay in a Holiday Inn. Why? Because I'm willing to grind. I'm willing to take every engagement. I don't care if it's middle school, high school, college, Fortune 500, Fortune 10. You ain't gonna stop me because I got drive. And I dare some of you to get drive. Yep, you got privilege, you got an advantage, but guess what? It ain't an advantage if you don't take advantage of the advantage. And I'm willing to believe some of you would do much better on the court and in the classroom if you had drive. That's what I want to leave you with. The greats. The greats got drive. All the greats, all the people you look up to, all the people you love, they have drive. What does that mean? They self-regulated, they self-motivated. And whatever coach tell me to do, I'm going to do what coach tell me to do, and that's just going to be for warm-ups. I'm not going to say the name, but you will only be that guy. You will only eat for free. You will only drive around and people screaming your name for 4 years if you don't get your stuff together. You the man now, but you ain't going to be the man forever. And the worst thing in life is not to be broke. The worst thing in life is to take some success and then you got to go back to being a nobody. That's hard. I'm going to say it again because I want to make sure you catch it. It's one thing to be broke, but you do it.
Pick with the second pick in the 2012 NBA draft. Select Anthony Davis. The Charlotte Bobcats select Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
It is the first time ever that the top 2 picks in the NBA draft have come from the same school. Bradley Beal celebrates his 19th birthday. An emotional moment for Dion Waiters.
I ain't stopping for nobody. I got work to do and I'm gonna do it.
The best. I'm not the brightest. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. And I'm running circles around the dude who graduated from Michigan State as summa cum laude. Going to the league since you was a kid, they've been hooking you up with stuff. You don't even have to pay for stuff. Like stuff you should have had to pay for. You didn't have to pay for because they knew you was coming to the league. And now what happens is you're going to face some adversity out there that mama can't get you out of. That daddy can't rescue you when you get out there in game 5. He can't rescue you. When you on the free throw line, you by yourself. You by yourself and you in their territory. And the crowd is chanting, mama can't save you now. Daddy can't save you now. What's wrong with some of y'all? You so gifted. You so gifted, that's your problem. Your giftedness is gonna kill you. Because while you gifted, what you gotta understand is, gift will only take you so far. You gotta have heart to win a championship. To go to the finals, it's gotta be more than just this and this. It's gotta go from here and here. Because everybody say we wanna win it all. Everybody say they number one. We gonna be number one. You gotta hear, but some of y'all ain't gotta hear. And it ain't until you get it here that you become a champion. I'm not the smartest, but you will not outwork me. I wake up every morning at 3 o'clock. We got home from the University of Cincinnati at 2:45. I still didn't go to bed. At 3 o'clock, I went on my walk, my hour-and-a-half walk with God, came back in, did some work. Are you hearing me? You might be smarter. Your family might come from privilege. Your daddy might own a company, but you will not outwork me. You will not have more drive than I have, more passion than I have. And I'll beat you every single day because I got passion. You will not wake up in the morning because you spoiled. You will not get up before 8. You will not get up before 6. I will out-rep you. You push up. Every day I'm going. I'm doing more and more each day. I'm trying to do them until I can't do them no more. I'm doing sit-ups every day. I will outwork you. And I'm telling you, you go out there and like Cal, you show up. They can't outwork you. If you win 7-0, they can't outwork you. You know, it's a whole lot of NBA players, but you ever notice when you watch the game, there's just some guys, they just on a whole different type of level, right? And when I study, so I'm gonna give you 3 things, I'm letting you go. I'm gonna give you 3 things that's within these people that make them do what they do. And one of the things, if you've ever watched Michael Jordan, if you've ever watched Kobe, and I'm not a fan of either of the two, but I love greatness. You ain't the only one doing what you're doing. And there's some kid who didn't get to come here, and he's pissed that he didn't get to come here. He thought he should be here too, and guess what he's doing? Why you in here listening to me? Why you getting your shoes? Why you getting your Michael Jordan gear? Why you feeling like, yep, I made it. I'm one of the top 20, baby. There's some kid who didn't get to make it. And right now, he's trying to take your spot. Right now, he said, yep, he beat me to the Classic, but I get him in the NCAA. I get him next year. If I don't get him in, I get him after that. And I see him in the pros, and I get him in. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So you got an opportunity, but you got to separate yourself. And so I'm telling you that just listen to me very closely. My sweetest commercial that MJ did, you know the commercial where you know Mike is just talking about how he made the game look, he apologized for making it look so easy. I'm from Detroit. I can't stand Michael Jordan. We probably would have won about 4 championships had it not been. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Thomas, Microwave, Vinny Microwave. We had the Spiders. We had it going on. Rick Mahorn. I mean, we was murdering them. Michael Jordan came in and was like, nope. I'm telling you, don't get from the C thing. I dare you for one time in your career. I dare you to exhaust yourself. I dare you to leave every single thing on the field one season. Everything, walk off exhausted. Like Mike when he got 45 with the flu. He had the flu. Like for real, let's be honest. One of your players got the flu and they tell you I got the flu, I can't play. You like, cool, I understand. We'll catch you next game. Mike was like, I got this, don't worry about it. But Mike, you got the flu. My flu is still better than your normal game, all right? Whatever your little game is, my flu gonna outdo your game. So I'm gonna play. The thing that I love most about Michael Jordan was the last time he lost to the Pistons, he cried. He walked off the court with the tears in his eyes. You know that one when you lose and you ain't got no sportsmanship? You know that one? Normally, you know, you lose, you just man up. You don't want to shake their hand, but you do it anyway because that's a part of the game. But when you get so tired of losing, when you get pissed, when you can't take losing no more, you lose the whole shaking the hand and you just walk off. And Mike walked off with a tear in his eye. And let me tell you something. He walked off and said to himself, this will be the last time the Pistons ever beat me again. I dare you to show up. Listen to me. I dare you to just say, you know what? I'm not going to save nothing this year. I ain't going to save nothing. This year, I'm everything I got. Coach getting everything. Everything. Whatever they ask me to do, I'm doing that beyond. When I leave this year, I ain't going to have nothing left. And why do I say that? I'm a runner. I run long distance. Some days when I run, I go 6, 7. But when I finish, I'm not breathing hard. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. I just finished doing 6 miles, but I'm not breathing hard. Raise your hand. You know exactly what I'm talking about. No, raise your hand if you've ever experienced it. You've done what you're supposed to do, but at the end of the day, you're not really breathing real hard. Raise your hand. You put the workout in. You did exactly what you're supposed to do. You did your exercise. You did your reps, but you still, you good.
Tell me if you know a time when you ran so hard, you worked so hard, that you felt your chest. After you finished, you felt your heartbeat. Right? You ever worked so hard, you felt that blood, like you could taste blood, you worked so hard, right? You sweating, and you knew when you finished, you had to sit down and get you something to drink because you knew you didn't have no more to give. Raise your hand if you had that experience.
It's all about desire. You just got to come out here and do what you got to do. We wanted it real bad, you know, and me as the leader, I had to come out and do my best. Somehow I found the energy, just stay strong. I wanted it really bad.
Are you hearing me? There's greatness in you. And you mean to tell me you're never going to reach your full potential? You mean to tell me you're never going to be what you've been called to be? That you're not going to do what you've been called to do because you are afraid? Listen to me. The boogeyman ain't real. That's why I need you to understand that you can have it. For real, you can have it. But it's going to be a fight. And if you're willing to put up the fight, I'm telling you, at the end of the fight, it's going to come victory. To be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. Some of you can make sacrifices when Monday Night Football is not on. You can make a sacrifice. But when the game come on, for some reason, you just attach to it. For some of you, when your favorite show come on, you can make sacrifices on Sunday when ain't nothing going on. But when your favorite show comes on Monday, bam, some of you focus until the phone ring, and then you like, I gotta answer it. If I don't answer the phone, I'm gonna die. I'm saying to you today that there are some of you, if you give up your cell phone, you would be successful. But your cell phone is more important to you than your success. Some of you need to give up your cell phone because the time you spend on your cell phone could be used for your success. The time you could be using to be successful, you're using it on the cell. And the cell phone is not bringing you nothing but a bill. And somebody has told you you couldn't live without it. To be able at any moment to sacrifice what we are for what we could be. I don't do well in math. You're right. You ain't never studied. I'm not good in writing because you have never written before. But I dare you to fail in writing for a whole year to see if you can get to the end. I dare you to fail. I dare you to take that same class over and over again. I dare you to stop dropping classes like you soft. Always want to give up. I'm dropping. Why are you dropping? I'm so grateful that the slaves didn't drop and quit. Say, I'm just going to stop. I'm a slave. I'm just going to be a slave. I'm going to quit. Listen to me. The slaves said, we will live because one day we will become. Right? Durant scared me because when Durant score, he don't say nothing. He ain't getting nobody excited. He ain't trying to get LeBron pissed off or pumped up. He just score on my man and shh. Only thing he does at the end of the game, he kiss his mama, he hug his brothers. All right, I'm out. Game over. Shh. But the one thing he does, I don't know if you watched it, the first thing he does when he gets on the court is he does what? Y'all better start watching these games, bro, because you're going to need to do what these champions doing if you're going to be a champion. The first thing he does is what with them numbers? Touch them numbers on the front, touch them numbers on the back. And he's doing that for who? Which coach? His coach that was killed. His coach died at what age? And he wears what number? He got a Y. He got a Y. He ain't just playing for no championship. You got to hear what I'm telling you. If y'all going to be great on that field, you got to have a why. You got to have a reason for why you do what you do. When he comes out, he ain't tripping on LeBron. He don't care nothing about no Dwayne Wade. All he keep thinking about is, I'm going to get one for my coach. That's why he ain't all smiling. Because why? He's not smiling because what he's trying to accomplish, he has not what? He ain't got it yet. He ain't geeked about winning no game. He's not geeked about beating San Antonio. He's not tripping because they up one game. That boy, you ain't gonna see that boy smile until he get the championship. And when he get it, he gonna hold up. The problem with some of y'all, the reason why you don't give 120% every doggone time you get on the field, because you ain't got a why for what you do. You ain't got a why. I walk in the room, I can see some of y'all. I spoke to all of y'all when y'all came in for the most part. Why? Because I'm looking in your eyes. And I see some of y'all, and you ain't serious. And you think you about to go out there with the Ray Lewises of the world? Negro, please, when Ray come out, you see the passion. Every game, you see the energy. He come out every game like, y'all follow me. Follow my lead, baby, and we gonna win this thing. What's your why? If I don't give y'all nothing else, you better start that. What's your why? You know why I do what I do and I do it so passionately? Because my grandfather was a high school dropout. My father was a high school dropout. I was a high school dropout, and we about to break the cycle. I do what I do so my son won't have to go through what I went through. When I was at the football game, my old dude wasn't with me. I saw other kids with their father. I said, that'll never happen to me. I do what I do because my daughter says she's going to Harvard. It ain't even about y'all. I'm about to come in here and blaze y'all. Why? Because I'm trying to get you all the NFL. I ain't about to miss this opportunity. This is the first NFL team I've ever done in my life, and I'm about to lick it. I'm about to give everything I got, and I will know if I don't get another gig, it won't have anything to do with the fact that I didn't put everything on the field. What's your why? Why do you wake up in the morning? Why do you put on that jersey? Why do you go out and practice? I started studying. I wasn't watching the game no more. I wanted to study what was in Michael Jordan. I'm like, what's in Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan got something in him. You notice a whole lot of NBA players, but you ever notice when you watch the game, there's just some guys, they just on a whole different type of level. And one of the things, if you've ever watched Michael Jordan, if you've ever watched Kobe, and I'm not a fan of either of the two, but I love greatness. And I'm going to tell you, my greatest memory of Michael Jordan, Utah. I was thinking of Cleveland myself personally, right? But the Utah was a great step back. Boom. And whenever Mike would get you, he'd just hold it out just for the camera so everybody can see, boom, it's done. The thing that I love most about Michael Jordan was the last time he lost to the Pistons, he cried. And when he walked off the court with a tear in his eye, and let me tell you something, he walked off and said to himself, this will be the last time the Pistons ever beat me again. Even when you lose, it's okay to lose, but you can't never get comfortable with it. You can never be satisfied with losing. When you lose, it's gotta hurt.
They gon' love me for my ambition. Easy to dream a dream, but what's harder to live it? Look, they gon' love me for my ambition. Beautiful music, painting pictures, this be my vision. They gon' love me for my ambition.